If you need any My Team grinds in any mode, hit up my boy Witty for safe, reliable, and the cheapest grinding services around. Hit him up on Twitter. You won't be disappointed. Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the market that did crash to a certain extent today, but also didn't crash quite as much as I kind of thought it would, or at least it has not yet as I record this video. Super packs have been out for about 2 hours at this point, and the market hasn't crashed a ton. I think the market is starting to stabilize a bit because people are aware that these super packs are coming on a week-to-week basis. And so that is leading to less of a market crash, which is not hugely shocking to me, considering this is now the third week of these heroic super packs. And also this week's content in the heroic super packs was really trash. So that, I mean, Derrick Rose, obviously not a very exciting card, also does not exist on the Xbox auction house almost 2 hours into packs. Same thing with Chris Mullen, good lord. Tony Allen, there are 3 of. Wow, okay, so, and he sucks, and he's gonna be not even a buyout. That's insane. Yeah, this is wild. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. These cards are extremely rare. I do think people are opening less super packs today because this heroic content sucks, but there are still definitely people out there ripping super packs, and it is still dropping the market to a certain extent. So it is something you can definitely take advantage of. I'm not making a separate video today on how to make MT from the market crash, so I do want to kind of talk about that in this video as well. And we're going to be talking about some guys you could be targeting as well, although I think I am going to do a best cards to buy after the market crash type of video here in a little bit after this one. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's start talking. So first things first, I would say your best bet is obviously always going to be the pink diamonds. Pink diamonds, like really good pink diamonds, are going to drop in price a bit after every single drop of super packs because every single pink diamond in the game is now more available than it was. And that's where you can get some top tier cards for some affordable prices. So for example, a guy like Jonathan Bender, who's been 60, 70,000 MT, is a little bit cheaper now. And you can probably potentially find a snipe on him. Maybe you can get him for 50K. For example, a lot of really good top tier pink diamonds as well are going to be a lot more affordable also, which is another definite W, such as, for example, pink diamond Akeem Olajuwon, for example, would be a good option as a guy to potentially consider if you need a power forward. He should be pretty affordable. In fact, it looks like he's sub 50K MT right now. So that's a guy who's definitely been affected a bit by this market crash. Obviously, of course, your obvious pink diamonds are going to be guys like Victor Wembanyama, although Wemby has gone back up in price a little bit from last week. I have noticed he has not market crashed. I think Wemby has reached the point at which especially badged out versions of him are kind of about as cheap as they're going to go. Now, there are a lot of Wembys that have been pulled in the last 2 hours. So if you're looking for a base Wemby, now would be the time to pick him up. But if you're looking for a badged version, I think he's kind of stabilizing at 500,000+ MT for a mostly badged one. And like, for example, this one right here with 6 legend badges, 24 Hoffs is at 682, has legend rebound chaser, which is a really good legend badge, legend limitless, legend dimer, and challenger, so good badges for sure. But for 7 minutes left, 682. The Wemby that I got on Saturday, for example, has 6 legend badges, including a couple of very good ones, Rise Up, Pogo Stick, Movable Enforcer, and went for 580. So it's interesting that I feel like his price is almost going back up a little bit on the badged versions. And that's what I'm talking about when I say that the market crash is a little bit more inconsistent now because it's been happening for a few weeks. Other cards like Kristaps Porzingis, who was a borderline buyout last week, might also wind up being a buyout again this week at some point over the next day or so. And if you can find one for 100K flat, that'd be a decent opportunity. Otherwise though, again, not dropping quite as much in price as I think a lot of people would expect, because these cards feel like they have started to hit their price floors a little bit, I guess. Like Dr. J, this one has 10 legend badges. So for example, he's obviously not going to be very cheap. In fact, he's pretty expensive, but I find it interesting that there was only like 1 Dr. J up before super packs started today. 1 or 2 of them. There wasn't very many Dr. J's. That's kind of rare, but as you can see, a lot of base Dr. J's have gone up again. Today is the day to pick up a Dr. J if you're looking for one, especially a base one. The thing about Dr. J that's nice about him as a base card is he is still an extremely elite card. Even as a base card, he's not missing extremely important important things. Like, he does come with a lot of good Hall of Fame badges, even as a base card or a close to base card. And obviously he is, again, the most common he's going to be today, this week anyway. He's the most common he'll be this week today. So if you're looking to pick up a Dr. J again, today would probably be a good day to do it. You got to find the right time slot on these cards. So if you can find a badge one mixed in with a bunch of base ones, or a couple badge ones back to back, that can be really, really nice for getting good deals. Like, for example, I know I still paid 4 million MT for my MJ, but he had 4 legend badges and 36 Hoffs at the time. Felt like that was a pretty good value, and I thought the reason I was able to get that souped of an MJ for that price point was because I got him in a good time slot where there was an 8 legend and a 10 legend badge one ending pretty close as well. So mine was actually theoretically the worst of that group, and he wound up being cheaper than expected. Same thing with Wimby in a lot of ways. If you get him in a nice gaggle where you have 3 or 4 badge ones pretty close to each other, good chance you'll be able to get that card for cheaper than you otherwise would. And I think that's another thing that's nice about the market, is it's very dependent on how you personally are able to work the market and trying to find the right time slots. And look, the market can be unpredictable. There's no guarantees of anything, but if you are consistent, you will generally get pretty good results. Hello, Archer. Archer has decided he wants to participate in another video today. But yeah, the market crash is becoming a little bit more, you have to be intentional, is basically what I'll say. And there is a very good way to make MT from this, for sure. You can definitely take advantage of this if you can get bid snipes on certain cards, or just really good value for a certain card. It definitely can be a nice little positive. I think you definitely can make a good amount of MT from these market crashes. Like, for example, again, Michael Beasley, another guy who's really, really good, is going to be cheaper today because of the sheer amount of him that have been pulled over the last couple hours and are going to continue to be pulled as these super packs are being ripped today. So if you're looking for these top tier pink diamonds, still would say today is probably the best day to get them. But I do think, I mean, look at my auctions. A lot of cards being purchased in here today, and the reason is, and I'll give y'all a little bit of sauce, I have basically been going through here and I've been searching by theme, and I've been searching by certain budget cards and stuff, and going through and looking for good deals on cards. A lot of cards are getting posted for cheaper than they probably should be today, and you can take advantage of that at times and make yourself a little bit AMT. I've been going through and looking for really good amethysts, looking at the good diamonds like Jeff Green, Dyson Daniels, Stephon Castle, Pink Diamond, Diamond Jaren, Diamond Paulo, guys like that. Just going through here and looking for nice little deals, little snipes and stuff like that, searching every few minutes and looking for upgrades and stuff, because you can make a pretty nice amount of MT. Like, for example, there's a hollow GG Jackson right there for 1,500. That's going to be profit in a few days. It is. I'm going to sell that card for 3,000 MT. I guarantee you, in 4 or 5 days. I'm going to make 1,000 MT off it. It's not huge, but it adds up. And I've been searching around all day looking for good deals. That's the biggest thing that I like about the market crash, is that you can definitely make a good amount of MT out of it if you are smart and if you can be consistent. Like, for example, 8.6K. That Dyson is going to sell for 15K later this week. That's a snipe. I'm taking it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I probably should buy this one too, but I'm going to wait on that one. But still, like, y'all see my point, I hope. I feel like you can make a lot of MT off of these market crash if you know who to look for and what to look for. And at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. Good cards at their tier for cheaper than they've been going for is what I recommend. You know what I mean? And like, eventually, if you're consistent, you will get some pretty good snipes. You'll make some pretty good value. I'll probably make 100 or 200,000 MT off of these snipes this week. So definitely take advantage of super packs and make some MT with it if you can. That's what I'll be doing for much of today, is going through here and trying to make more MT, and take advantage of this market crash to make yourself some MT as well, even if it's not crashing cards you want quite as much at this point in terms of MT. So with that being said, that is going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. Appreciate y'all. Peace.